India's growing influence in the global south is highlighted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent visits to Nigeria, Brazil and Guyana. These diplomatic efforts have strengthened partnerships in defense, security and economic cooperation. Furthermore, India's proactive leadership at global forums like the G20 and COP29 underscores the commitment to advancing the interest of developing nations, particularly on crucial issues such as climate change. Through these actions, India is solidifying its role as a key global player. Take a look at how the country is shaping a more inclusive and impactful future for the global south.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent visits to Nigeria, Brazil and Guyana highlight India's growing influence in the global south. His first visit to Nigeria since 2007 strengthened bilateral ties with a focus on defense cooperation, counter-terrorism and tackling regional challenges like piracy and drug trafficking. PM Modi was awarded Nigeria's highest honor, the Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, a testament to the nation's strong partnership. Over 200 Indian companies operate in Nigeria, addressing shared issues such as poverty, pollution and population growth.
The relationship between India and Nigeria has been historical. We had started our diplomatic presence in Nigeria 2 years before their independence by starting diplomatic office in 1958 in Lagos. Since then, the relationship has been very carefully nurtured by the leadership of both the countries through exchange of visits. The political relationship, both bilateral and in the multilateral level, has been quite strong. The trade and economic relations has also been quite good over here. More than 200 Indian companies have invested more than $27 billion in the Nigerian economy, and they are the second largest employers after the Nigerian government.
India is actively advocating for reforms in global institutions to ensure that developing nations have a stronger voice in shaping global governance. During its G20 presidency last year, India took a significant step by bringing the African Union into the G20 summit, making it the second regional bloc to join after the European Union. Building on this momentum, Prime Minister Modi's participation in Brazil's 2024 G20 summit further highlights India's growing influence on the global stage. His involvement in key discussions surrounding food, energy and health security underscores India's leadership in shaping solutions to the world's most pressing challenges. Additionally, during his visit to Guyana, PM Modi outlined 7 key initiatives aimed at strengthening ties with the Caribbean region, reaffirming India's total commitment to the area.
Guyana has benefited enormously from India. Our human capital, training through scholarships, military exchange program, concessional loans, grants, our first international stadium, investment from the Indian Exim Bank, cultural exchanges, support in our medical field. In every sphere of national development, we can point to physical, institutional, and systemic support from the government and people of India.
At COP29 in Azerbaijan, India voiced the concerns of the global south, highlighting the disproportionate climate burden faced by developing nations. The country emphasized key actions for global climate efforts while stressing that the ambitious, action-oriented approach relies on bold commitments from the world's leading economies to support climate actions in developing countries. India's climate efforts are central to its global strategy for addressing the climate crisis, particularly through its commitment to renewable energy. A shining example of this commitment is the Bhadla Solar Park in Rajasthan, where vast rows of solar panels stretch across the arid landscape.
India is going to generate at least 2 million jobs only in the renewable sector, in the next 2 years, minimum 2 million, and this is the direct jobs, and the indirect jobs are another 1 million, and then there is a secondary sector also, for example, the packing department or packing industry. So they will also generate a lot of jobs.
By addressing shared challenges such as economic development, climate change, and global security, India is positioning itself as a key player in reshaping global governance. Through its proactive diplomacy and leadership, India is advocating for a more inclusive and balanced global system that makes into account the needs and aspirations of the Global South.